Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Genius Hour How to Write a Story. Hi, I'm Divyam, and I'm a student of Delia School of Canada and your teacher. Lesson 1 Plot. First, and arguably one of the most important things to consider, is the plot. Without a good plot, a story is, let's just say, nothing. It is what makes a story interesting. First, let's talk about genre because the plot depends on that. Genre examples Fantasy. In the fantasy genre, there are quite a lot of unique things to consider that you do not have to when associated with other genres. One thing is that you have to plan which creatures are going to be in your story and how they interact. Other things to consider would be what kind of quest they go on, will there be any violence, how the main character act, etc. Action. This one I have the most experience with. In action, you have to plan out how the conflict will occur, what the events leading to the conflict will be, what creative tidbits you will use to enhance the action, what villains there will be, what powers the characters will have, etc. Mystery. In the mystery genre, you have to decide with even more thought than the other genres. You have to decide what the mystery is, how the main character expertly solves it, what is the severity of the mystery, etc. My story plot The Devastation of Hades. In my story, while Joe Hawkingsworth, the main character, tries to save his friend's soul, but ends up also enraging Hades, god of the underworld. He ends up having a miracle after fighting hordes and hordes of zombies and demons. He uses this miracle to defeat Hades along with his friends. Also, my character is saying, I wrote that story and I'm so proud of it. Also, I had a little picture of Hades. Lesson 2 Organization. This is an important thing to consider, but it's also the most fancy. There's not much to be taught, just that it has to look appealing and readable. So just wing it and be creative. Lesson 3 Text. The writing in the story. This step somewhat depends on organization. You have to decide how to have the text font, how long the sentences are, and how to put the paragraphs and chapters, etc. One way to choose the font is how your story is according to if it is grim and dark or light and friendly. Anyways, it has to be at a reasonable size and it has to be readable. How long the sentences are depends on the contents and the paragraph is up to the author. Final lesson Illustration. You have to go with the flow. Whatever is in the story and is relevant and interesting enough can be put as an illustration. I suggest putting the same style of drawing for each illustration. If the pictures are put in the middle of paragraphs, it'll be unorganized. And so put it in the intersection between paragraphs or on an empty page. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something and bye. Created using Powtoon.